that circulated and was like searching for my will to live, and it shows them. He's like, Will!
Oh, man. Speaking of your will to live, let's take a story that may end up in our deaths.
All right. I
don't wanna
like
die.
this.
Right? Sounds a little cryptic and creepy. Welcome back to Five's a Crowd. I'm here with 3 out of the 4 besties of the show. We got Chris.
Hello.
We got Austin.
Hey
We
there.
got Tony.
Hey.
And of course, I am Cameron, your dungeon master for the evening.
Oh.
And Chris here came up with a fantastic idea. We decided to let ChatGPT write us a little choose your own adventure mystery story. And who knows where this is going to freaking take us, because AI is crazy. And I don't know. This is going to get weird, I bet.
I am so excited.
Hopefully it
And
gets weird.
Zach is here. He's just in costume. He's a ghost.
Yeah. He's an invisible
Or he's the
ghost.
invisible man. Zach, care
Both.
to chime in?
I thought he was.
Apparently he's deaf and mute as well.
I thought he was unavailable.
Helen Keller?
He's probably asleep. Zach, wake up. His costume. His costume's unavailable.
He's the character you need to unlock.
Yeah, he didn't pay for that DLC.
Love it.
Alrighty. So this is looking pretty cool.
All right.
I fed some information in here. I told ChatGPT who all's playing.
Okay.
So I always think of ChatGPT as a girl, but whatever. She's got our names in there. She knows who we are. The title of this here story is The Abandoned Asylum.
I like it.
All right.
Time to set the scene.
Cool.
Spooky.
It's late at night, and you and your friends, Chris, Austin, and Tony, are standing in front of a dilapidated asylum just outside of town. For years, people have talked about strange happenings here, lights in the windows at night, sounds of footprints when no one's inside, and eerie figures watching from the broken panes. Tonight, you've decided to see for yourselves if the stories are true.
Yeah, we have.
The
Yeah,
rusty
we
gate
have.
creaks as you push it open. And the overgrown
cat.
path, hey,
Well,
it's a weird creak.
You're our designated sound effect.
You're the sound effects.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Make it creepy. So let me read the scene. The rusty gate creaks as you push it open. The overgrown path leads you to the massive entrance. The front door hangs slightly open, swaying in the breeze. The building is dark inside, except for faint moonlight slipping through the cracks in the ceiling. Twinkle, twinkle.
This was Chris's calling.
Yep.
1000%.
You and your friends step cautiously inside. The air is damp and stale. After walking down the main hallway for a while, you come across 2 doors at the end. The one on the left reads, Psychiatric Ward, in peeling letters. The door to the right is marked, Morgue. Chris glances at the door to the left. Psychiatric Ward, huh? That's probably where all the creepy stuff happened. You dog. Just kidding.
I said that.
Austin smirks nervously. Yeah, but the morgue is where the bodies are. If we want a real scare, it's going to be in there. That would be something he would say. The choice is up to me to decide which way we go.
Are you talking to you or to me?
Me, like it's my choice. It's my turn to make a choice.
Me saw who?
We're going psychiatric ward.
Yes. Oh.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. You make the call. Let's check out the psychiatric ward. The door creaks loudly as you push it open. And a rush of cold air greets you. Inside, the long, narrow hallway is lined with decaying patients' rooms. The tiles on the floor are cracked, and once white walls are stained yellow with age. Faint scratching sounds echo down the corridor. But you can't tell where they're coming from. Austin steps forward. This place is a nightmare, he mutters. I didn't want to come here. Oh.
I didn't want to come here.
I didn't even want to come here.
I didn't even want to come here.
Tony follows closely behind, glancing nervously at the darkened rooms. I don't like this. Feels like something's off, he says.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
As you continue down the hallway, you notice a flickering light coming from one of the rooms to the left. The door's half open, the inside dimly lit by what looks like an old flickering bulb that has somehow stayed on. Strange, considering the power should have been cut long ago. Chris pauses at the entrance, looking back at the group, asks, should we check it out? Suddenly, a loud thud echoes from deeper within the hallway. Behind a door labeled isolation.
Ooh.
The sound reverberates through the empty building, and for a moment you all stand frozen.
We're frozen.
Chris,
I'm so scared.
it's your turn to decide. Do we investigate the room with the flickering light or go check out the isolation room where the loud thud came from?
We're gonna go check out the thud.
Oh!
That's how
You don't
people
want to check out the
die.
light? Oh, no. I didn't want to go here.
That's how
Chris-
people die in horror movies. They
Right?
investigate the noise.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well,
Chris-
you're not supposed to go near the light, towards the light.
May God have
True.
mercy on
They're
us all.
They could be tricking you with the light. You would run to the light, not the thud. That's how they get you.
Man, I should have worn my Hellfire shirt tonight. Dang it.
Chris-
Dang it.
Chris takes a deep breath, eyes wide but determined. Let's check out the isolation room. That sound wasn't normal.
It wasn't.
You all walk down the hallway towards the door labeled isolation, your footsteps echoing against the cracked tiles. The door is thick, made of rusting metal, and as you push it open, it groans loudly, the sound sending a chill down your spine. Inside the room is a small and bare with only a rusted... Wait,
A bear.
inside, the room is small and bare,
Okay.
with only a rusted metal bed frame bolted to the floor and cracked walls smeared with ancient, illegible writing.
Ancient.
Ancient illegible.
The air smells damp and sour, and the feeling of something wrong lingers in the air. On the far wall, a set of heavy chains dangle from the ceiling,
Gosh.
likely used to restrain the most dangerous patients. Suddenly, Tony stumbles over something. He looks down, and his face goes pale. There's a fresh footprint in the dust, far too recent for an abandoned place. It leads towards the shadowy corner of the room.
He tripped over a dust print.
A soft whimper breaks from the silence. Something is in here with you.
Oh, gross. Shoot.
Austin shines his flashlight towards the corner. You all freeze. A figure crouched in the shadows is facing away from you, its body trembling. The figure is dressed in a torn hospital gown, its skin pale and stretched tight over its bones. A rasping, shallow breathing fills the room. Before you can speak, the figure slowly begins to stand.
Oh, gosh. I hate this.
Austin, you have two choices.
Yes.
You run back to the hallway and slam the door shut behind you, or you stay and try to talk to the figure.
Oh, no. What do I do? What do we do?
I mean, do we, like we could
Talking
probably...
to that thing?
We're running.
We're just running?
You
We're
didn't
just
even
out?
want to be here.
We're slamming the door. I didn't want to be here.
All right. And we run. Without hesitation, Austin shouts, "Run!" You all bolt for the door, racing back down the narrow hallway. The sound of the figure's rasping breath grows louder, followed by a dragging sound like something heavy scraping across the floor.
Oh, gross.
You slam the heavy door shut behind you, the echo of the impact reverberating through the building. For a moment, the air is still. Then, a loud bang comes from the other side of the door, like something is throwing itself against it.
Oh,
The door
no.
rattles violently, but it holds. Everyone is breathing hard and fear sinking in. Tony is shaking. What the heck was that?
Would you dang it?
Chris leans against the
Sure, I
wall
wouldn't
trying to
say
catch
heck.
his breath. He didn't. Chris leans against the wall trying to catch his breath. I don't know, but it was real and it was moving.
Yeah.
Cameron glances around, realizing that staying near the isolation room isn't safe. We have to keep moving. Further down the hallway, you spot a staircase leading downward. Its rusted railing barely intact. There's a sign overhead that reads, Basement Level, Experimental Wing.
Oh my gosh.
The air seems colder, almost as if the basement is pulling you in. Alternatively, you could retrace your steps back toward the flickering light room that you passed earlier. What do you think, Tony? Experimental wing or the flickering light?
Let's go experiment.
Oh, no.
I let real fear take hold of me. I had to get out of that room. I don't even know how
Bro,
I mean,
old
realistically.
Raspy, bro. He ain't messing with us.
Old Raspy. Good old Raspy.
I mean, I'm curious about the flickering light room, but experimental.
If we make it out of here, oh, I got chills. We might be all right.
I feel like I need to turn the lights down a little bit. This is awesome.
Do it.
Should I
do
turn it down a little?
Get us
Yeah.
into the darkness. Let's get this
Yeah.
motif going a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Should I just like...
Stupid hobbitses. Fat, stupid hobbitses.
Let's go.
No, Master
I'm
won't
telling
hurt
you,
us.
bring it down a tad. Everyone busts out their phones and just shine it straight up, man.
I don't have battery.
Creepy.
How's that look?
Oh yeah, that is haunting.
And then with your flashlights, that's cool.
I told you this would be
I'm
fantastic.
still lit.
So lit.
I mean, we should be a little bit lit.
Oh boy.
Cam looks really ominous.
The experimental.
All right, getting into the theme here, boys. Dark and dreary. Gosh, this hair is driving me nuts.
Tony gulps but makes the call. Let's go down to the experimental wing. Whatever that thing was, we need to get as far from it as possible. The group cautiously heads down the staircase, each step creaking under your weight. The temperature drops noticeably as you descend. The air becomes thick with dust and mildew. At the bottom, a long, narrow hallway stretches before you, lit only by the faint glow of emergency lights that seem impossibly still functioning. The walls are lined with rusted metal doors, some sealed, others slightly ajar. At the end of the hallway, you see a door from a frosted glass window labeled Experimental Procedures, Restricted Access, in faded red letters. A sense of dread fills the air, but you press on, knowing turning back could be worse. As you move forward, Chris suddenly stops. Did you hear that? From one of the open rooms to the side, you hear a soft shuffling sound, like something or someone moving inside. The door creaks open a bit wider, as if inviting you in. Meanwhile, ahead, the door marked Experimental Procedures stands ominously still, as if waiting. It's my turn. Gosh dang it.
Gee, dang it.
Do we investigate the open room where the shuffling sound came from, or continue toward the experimental procedures?
That is
your
up to you,
choice.
sir.
Oh my goodness. I fear if we go to the experimental procedures, this thing's going to follow us, whatever it is. Maybe we confront it.
Yes.
Confront the demons.
No,
I don't want to run into him.
we're going to talk to the demon.
Oh, no!
Gosh.
Okay, well, at least this will answer what I was wondering earlier. I don't know.
About the shuffling sound?
No, about... Oh, wait, is this the same demon?
I don't know. No,
It
he's
just said
behind
it's a
us.
shuffling sound.
Oh, okay.
Cameron takes a deep breath and motions towards the open door. Let's check that out. We need to know what's in there. With a mixture of dread and curiosity, you all move toward the slightly ajar door. As you push it open, the hinges groan loudly, revealing a dimly lit room. Inside, there are rusted medical tables, overturned chairs, and old, cracked monitors, remnants of a long-abandoned experiment. In the far corner, behind a shattered curtain, something moves. Your flashlight flickers as they land on the figure, a hunched figure, dressed in a stained lab coat. Its back turned to you, its shoulders move slowly, rhythmically, as if it's working on something. A faint scraping sound echoes through the room as it fiddles with an object in front of you, but you can't see what it is.
It's your mother, Trebek.
Suddenly, the figure stops and lets out a slow, guttural sigh, as if realizing you're behind it. Austin tightens his grip on his flashlight. What do we do?
What do you do?
Before anyone can answer, the figure turns his head just enough for you to see part of its face, pale, disfigured, and twisted into an unnatural grin. It doesn't say a word, but its eyes seem to lock onto yours, as if recognizing you.
Oh, gross.
Then it stands up slowly, its back still turned, and reaches for something on the table. You can't tell what it is, but the air feels heavier with each second. Chris, do you rush out of the room and shut the door behind you, or try to talk to the figure and see if it responds?
This is where I die.
Choose your next
How you gonna
words
die?
He
wisely.
just picked something up off the table. I don't think
And
he's
He's not friendly.
2.
We try to talk to him?
Do it.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
We're gonna die. Chris steps forward, his voice trembling slightly.
This might be the best podcast ever made ever.
Right.
Just throwing it out there. This is great.
This was a great idea.
Holy crap.
Hey, who are you? Are you okay?
The figure remains still for a moment, its back still turned to you, the tension in the air almost suffocating. Then, with a slow, deliberate move, it turns to face you fully. The thing that was once a person stands there, its features twisted and sunken, skin hanging loosely from its face, its eyes hollow and dark stare back, filled with a kind of empty madness. In its hands, it clutches a rusty scalpel.
No! 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 Not that!
Its fingers twitching as though it's ready to use it. For a long moment, it just watches you, its breathing slow and raspy. Then it speaks in a low, broken whisper. Why did you come here?
Oh.
The words send a shiver down your spine.
We wish to wash your windows.
The room feels like it's closing in on you, the weight of the figure's gaze pressing down. Before you can answer, the figure takes a step forward, with scalpel still twitching in hand. Suddenly, from down the hallway, a loud crash echoes through the basement, followed by the sound of something large moving fast in your direction. Whatever was in the isolation room may have found a way down here. Austin glances at the door, panic rising. We need to go now. And with that, Austin decides to either run out of the room and make a break for the experimental procedures door at the end of the hallway, or stay and see what the figure does next.
Oh, we're gonna stay and see what it does.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
I am crazy.
But the experimental room is right there.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
this is where we
curious.
die. We're gonna die.
We got an hour.
Classic horror
Is that
movie
maybe
mistakes.
they'll fight each other? Austin holds his ground, eyes locked on the disfigured figure. We can't just run, he says, his voice shaking.
We can't just run.
What if this thing knows something? Maybe it's the key to getting out of here.
Yeah. Am I supposed to copy what you say?
No.
Okay.
The figure's empty eyes flicker, as if it's registering your hesitation. It takes another slow step towards you, the scalpel now gleaming faintly in the dim light. Chris and Tony exchange worried glances, but no one moves. The figure's voice cracks, like it hasn't spoken in years. You shouldn't have come here. It raises the scalpel slightly, but instead of attacking, it points towards the far door, the one marked experimental procedures. The sound of something large and heavy moving down the hallway gets closer, the crashing growing louder. Then the figure's mouth twists into a grin, a horrible, strained smile that stretches its ruined skin unnaturally.
Oh my god.
You'll find what you're looking for in there, it whispers, still pointing towards the door. But it won't let you leave. Oh! Suddenly, a loud bang shakes the room and something slams into the wall just outside. Whatever escaped the isolation room is close now, too close. The figure backs away into the shadows, still grinning. Disappearing into the darkness of the room, you can feel the weight of its warning hanging in the air. Tony, do we follow its advice and go to the experimental procedures room, or do we run back up the stairs away from the sound coming down the hallway?
What do we do?
We gotta know.
But it won't let you leave.
It won't. Yeah.
From that room or from the building?
I don't know.
You know what? We're all going down together. The experimental room.
All right.
Away we go.
Got on my brown pants.
Mine are green.
Oh, no. Tony nods decisively, his voice firm despite the growing panic. We're going to the experimental procedures room. If that thing said something is in there, we need to find out what. You all dash out of the room, the sound of whatever escaped the isolation room echoing closer behind you. The hallway feels colder, and the light flickers above you as you sprint toward the door at the end. The heavy thudding behind you gets louder with each step, as if something massive is chasing you. Don't look back.
I did.
Cameron reaches the door first, pushes it open, the rusted handle grinding under pressure. The group spills into the experimental procedures room, slamming the door shut behind you. The room is bathed in a sickly green light, and the air smells of chemicals and decay.
Ew, gross.
Inside, rows of old medical equipment line the walls, tattered restraints, strange machines with long, thin needles, and cracked glass jars filled with cloudy liquid. On a table, in the center of the room, is a human-shaped form, covered in a stained white sheet. The silence is unnerving. As the door rattles behind you, something hits it hard from the other side. Whatever's out there is trying to get in. What is that? Chris whispers, pointing to the form on the table.
What is that?
The sheet moves slightly,
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
as though something beneath it is stirring. The low hum of the machines is the only sound in the room, but you can feel something, an overwhelming sense that you're not alone. There's a large metal cabinet in the corner, the door slightly ajar as though something was recently placed inside. The thudding outside grows louder, and the door to the room shakes violently. Do we uncover the figure on the table and see what's underneath, or do we investigate the cabinet in the corner?
Is this for you?
Yeah. Before whatever outside gets inside.
So if we die, it's your fault.
I mean, I say we investigate.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The thing
Under
can
the
stay.
sheet?
No, he can stay under the sheet. We look in the cabinet, see what that is. Maybe
That's
it's a
when the
gun?
bastard creeps behind us.
Maybe it's a gun.
Oh, I like guns.
Maybe it's something to protect ourselves.
Ninja stars. Ninja stars. I like it.
That would be helpful.
A defibrillator.
Cameron makes a quick decision. The cabinet. You say, rushing over. We need to see what's inside before that thing breaks in. The others follow closely as you approach the metal cabinet in the corner. The door is slightly ajar, and inside is dark. You pull it open with a low creak. The smell that hits you is overwhelming, like rotting flesh mixed with chemicals. Inside you see rows of jars, each one filled with a strange murky liquid, and within them, body parts. Organs.
Oh, gross.
But these organs are unlike anything you've ever seen. Some are human, others twisted and deformed, resembling no creature you can recognize. The bottom of the cabinet is a small metal box, locked with an old, rusted latch. Whatever's inside seemed important. It radiates a strange energy, almost like it's humming faintly. Austin reaches for the latch, his hands shaking, and just as his fingers touch it, a loud bang echoes from the door behind you. Whatever is outside slams against it with immense force. The hinge is rattling. You don't have much time, Chris warns, his voice barely above her whisper. Open it, or we run. Tony looks back at the door, clearly torn. The thudding outside grows more intense, as though the door could give away at any moment. Something growls, low and menacing, from the other side. Chris, do we break open the small metal box and see what's inside?
Hell
Or leave
yeah.
the box and barricade the door? All right, let's bust in, baby.
Wait, what was the second option?
It's too late.
Oh, no.
Chris nods sharply.
in the
Open
box?
it. Whatever's inside that could be a key to all of this. Austin hesitates for only a second before wrenching the rusted latch off the small metal box. With a sharp crack, it gives way. He pulls the lid open. Inside is something that immediately chills you all to the bone. A leather-bound journal.
What?
Pages worn and yellowed with age, and a small glass vial filled with a strange black liquid that swirls as if it's alive.
Oh, gross. I have many leather.
Yeah.
Austin lifts the journal, and as he does, a piece of parchment slips out. Scrawled and messy, desperate handwriting, it reads, "The serum in the vial is the only way to end it. Once it awakens, it won't stop until everyone in its path is claimed. You must inject it directly into your heart. Be warned, it is no longer human."
What?
You got to inject it straight into the heart. Is that the thing? Which thing? The thing under the freaking sheet?
Like an EpiPen?
Or the thing knocking at the door.
The thing that banging at the door.
Before you can process the note's meaning, the door slams open with a deafening crash. The thing from the isolation room, a hulking, twisted creature, its face a mass of scars and hollow eyes, lumbers into the room. It moves with unnatural speed, this misshapen limbs twitching as it sniffs the air, growling deep in its throat. The vial in Austin's hand trembles slightly as the liquid swirls faster. Almost responding to the creature's presence, the journal note echoes in your mind. Inject it directly into the heart. The vial but the creature is blocking your path, and there's no telling how you can get close enough to do it. Austin, do we try to lure the creature away so someone can inject it with the serum, or do we stand our ground and fight it on with whatever's in the room?
Oh my gosh!
Holy crap.
I'm sacrificing my friends to do this?
Oh man.
We're gonna stand and fight! No!
What?
No! Sorry. I don't do this alone.
Oh my gosh. The diary's literally giving us the answer and you're going the other way.
F that.
Austin grits his teeth, clutching the vial. We don't have time to run. We'll fight it here. The creature lumbers further into the room, its distorted face twisted in a grotesque grin, its hollow eyes focusing on you. And it growls, a deep, unnatural sound that sends a wave of fear through the group. The door behind it swings wildly on its hinges, trapping you all inside. There's no escape, and no more time to think. Cameron spots a rusted scalpel and a broken piece of metal scattered on the floor. Chris grabs a length of chain hanging from one of the old machines, wrapping it around his hand. Tony grabs a rusty metal tray, unsure of its usefulness, but ready for anything. Spot on. Spot on.
We're the Avengers!
Oh my gosh.
I'm Captain America.
Oh man. The creature
Captain Tin Tray.
Avengers assemble. Flame on.
What? The creature lunges forward with shocking speed, knocking over the metal table in the center of the room, sending glass jars crashing to the floor. You barely have time to react before it charges. Austin, you have the vial with the serum. You need to figure out how to get close enough to inject it directly into the creature's heart. What do? Chris, you have the chain. You try to wrap it around the creature to hold it still long enough for Austin to use the serum. What do? You've got the scalpel, Cameron. You use it to strike a weak spot if you can find one. And Tony, you have the metal tray. It may not be much, but you could try to distract or block the creature's attack. Everyone has to act fast. What's your plan?
I chain him.
Well, what do you mean?
So you wrap you
Throw the chain around its neck? So here's what we do. Chris, I distract it with the tray.
Chris
Catch it.
climbs on its back,
Chris
chains it around its
the neck, pulls it up.
Yeah.
Cam, you take the scalpel to the jugular.
Ooh.
No, to the Achilles.
Oh, God! Why'd you have to bring that into this?
Because then it makes him
'cause then it
immobile.
drops.
It drops him.
Okay.
It's for the greater good.
Okay,
It's for the
okay.
greater good.
I get it.
We're going to outthink this bitch. Let's get it.
Yeah,
So you threw the chain around its neck?
Yeah. So Tony,
So I use like
Tony distracts.
word wrap.
reflecting light off the tray.
Tony distracts with the tray, while Chris gets behind, chain around its neck,
Pulls the chain
pulls the chain
around
around
it.
its neck.
Yeah.
Cameron gets behind, cutting the Achilles, while Austin goes to hit it with
The serum.
the serum.
Right in the heart.
Take that, Mr. Trebek.
Or should you have tripped it with the chain?
Oh, no. That wouldn't happen.
AT-AT style.
I got to hold it. Oh, yeah.
See, I just worry that his hands are still loose and swinging.
This might be where we all die, boys.
That's all right.
But we're going down swinging.
together.
Oh, man. Okay, but Tony distracts with a tray. Chris jumps on his back, throws a chain around his neck, pulling tightly. Cameron cuts its Achilles tendons, and when it goes down, Austin tries to stab it in the heart with its serum.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Well, let's see what happens. The content may violate our usage policies.
That's it?
No, it's still
end.
it's writing. This is the end of it.
This is the end?
Yeah, I think it tried to entertain us for an hour, but for the story's sake, it's we've come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
We've
Have
come
we
to a head.
really?
We can do another. There's no limit.
Okay.
Part
I like this
13,
story.
the final stand.
We should have went to the flickering light.
Damn it.
It was a fairy. We were setting her free.
It would have let us out.
Gee, dang it.
The creature lunges towards you, and everyone moves as one. Tony quickly steps forward, raising the rusty metal tray and banging it loudly against a nearby table. The sound reverberates through the room, distracting the creature for just a moment. Its grotesque, hollow eyes locked onto Tony. With a deep growl, it swings one of its massive arms in his direction. Tony sidesteps at the last second, narrowly avoiding the strike. "Over here, you freak," he shouts, keeping the tray between him and the creature, doing his best to draw its attention away from the others. With the creature's focus on Tony, Chris seizes the opportunity. He rushes toward, jumping onto the creature's back, and throws the chain around its neck. Pulling with all his strength, the creature lets out a blood-curdling howl, thrashing violently as it tries to shake Chris off. "Hold on!" Chris grits his teeth, tightening his grip, trying to keep the creature's movements restricted. It struggles, its neck muscle bulging against the chain, but Chris holds on for dear life.
8 seconds.
As the creature stumbles, Cameron darts in with a scalpel. With precision, you slice deep into the creature's Achilles tendons, severing the cords. The creature lets out a guttural scream, buckling at as its legs give way, collapsing onto the floor with sickening thud. It's still thrashing, but now, crippled and slowed, it's vulnerable. Austin knows this is his moment. Clutching the vial of serum, he rushes forward, pounding heart, and plunges the needle deep into the creature's chest. Aiming for his heart, the creature howls, its body convulsing violently as black liquid from the vial spreads through its veins. For a moment, everything seems to stop. The creature freezes, its eyes widening in shock and pain. Its grotesque body shudders, and then it begins to disintegrate. The flesh peels away, turning to ash, and the twisted form shrinks, collapsing into itself, until all that's left is a dark stain on the floor. The room is silent, except for your heavy breathing. The vial worked. Tony drops the metal tray, still shaking. Did we actually kill it? Chris pulls the chain off his arm, his hands trembling. I hope so. I don't think I could go another round. Cameron wipes the blood off the scalpel, feeling a wave of exhaustion but relief. It's over. Austin stands over the remains of the creature, the empty vial still in his hand. Whatever that thing was, it's gone now. In conclusion, you all stand there for a moment, letting the weight of what just happened sink in. The asylum is still silent, the eerie green light flickering still slightly overhead, but the sense of danger is past. You head toward the door, the corridor beyond, strangely empty and still. Together, you make your way out of the asylum, feeling the fresh air hit your face as you step outside. You survived. But the stories of the asylum will live on, and you'll always wonder, was this the last of its horrors? Or are there more creatures lurking in the shadows, waiting for the next group of curious souls to venture inside?
Second book.
Holy crap.
That was fun.
That's cool.
So we
That
made all
was
the right
awesome.
choices then.
That was impressive. That was like 40 minutes.
Was that
was
really
impressive.
40 minutes?
Yeah, we're at 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
That was dope. Holy crap.
That was way cool.
Like, this is something you could just do by yourself.
Yeah, that was cool.
I wonder if we could, like,
I mean, it probably wouldn't be as fun as scary stuff, but we could do this for just other stories.
Yes.
Just, like fantasy or sci-fi. Even like, we're in the holidays coming up on Christmas time. I wonder if there's some weird, like, we have to save Christmas kind of thing.
This could be a thing. Yeah. We could literally do anything.
I love it, dude. That was amazing.
That was cool.
Hey, it's writing us a sequel.
Hey, real quick, I want to give a round of applause. You had great sound effects.
Oh, that
my
was
guy.
beautiful.
That was so good.
I'd never seen someone get so into it, dude.
Epic.
You had it onto your throat.
I was trying. I was like, what do I do?
Dude, well, it'd be cool if we did it like old school radio style and like if we had that little monitor so that you guys could see what I see and you could read your
Each
parts.
read
Yeah.
our parts.
That'd be sick, dude.
We need to do it.
That would be cool.
Is there a way
so
to get
dope.
it on the TV without doing picture-in-picture?
We've thought about that and tried to figure out if we could, but I don't think there is.
Of
That was
course we could. It just wouldn't. I mean, because
Oh, I guess we could just do a
straight
direct,
in.
direct one.
Or you could
narration,
airplay it.
dude.
Thank
or,
you.
Hey, or you could airplay it,
Thank you.
right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But then we could read ahead. That wouldn't be as fun. I would want to read.
I was reading with him.
Were you?
Yeah.
He was. It was.
I was like all intense. I wasn't going past him, though. I was like reading as he was reading because I didn't
okay.
want to go forward.
You guys want
You're
to
a
do the
faster reader than I am,
sequel?
so I wouldn't get ahead anyway. Wait, so slow down, sound it out.
I'm free.
This
Should we do
time,
another one?
This time, according to ChatGPT, the sequel it's written for us, the danger intensifies, and the horrors of the asylum may have only been the beginning.
They better throw in real chance of death.
The sequel is called The Shadows of Red Hollow.
Ah.
What's Red Hollow?
I don't know.
I don't know, Margot.
Well, let's do this.
Looks like we're
So
diving in.
wait. Tell it we want,
Half hour.
well, half hour, but let's also throw in the real risk of death. Like one of our characters could die.
I don't want to like.
But if we
There's
die,
a real
we're
risk
over.
of death.
But there's a real risk Tony could die.
I like it.
I feel like
Yeah.
telling AI, I want the chance of dying to be real. Like that's just opening up doors.
Yeah, that's valid. Oh, you did. You put there's a real risk Tony could die.
Not just me.
He told me, dude. Okay, here we go.
I feel like I'm gonna die at the beginning and then I'm just out.
No, you can't.
Ready?
No.
I can't say why you can't die, but I think we
Kristen.
all know why you can't die.
You won't die.
Oh, okay, good.
Can't die, won't die.
Months have passed since you, Chris, Austin, and Tony escaped the horrors of the abandoned asylum. The events of that night have haunted you all. The disfigured creature, the strange serum, the eerie figures, cryptic words. You'll find out what you're looking for, but it won't leave you. Or let you leave.
Let you go.
Despite your best efforts to move on, the nightmares persist. The strange things have started happening in your lives. Shadows move where they shouldn't. Faint whispers call your names at night, and you feel a lingering presence wherever you go. It seems like the asylum has left a dark mark on you. Then one day, Cameron receives a letter in the mail. The envelope is old, the paper yellowed and brittle, and the message is clear. It reads, "The asylum was only the beginning. There are others who know what you've done. The secrets of Red Hollow are waiting. If you want to end this, meet me there before it's too late."
Good luck.
Oh, I'm bringing y'all with me. At the bottom of the letter,
axe.
exactly.
And my ox. You have my bow.
At the bottom of the letter is an old, faded map leading to a remote area called Red Hollow, deep in the mountains. None of you have heard of this place before, but the name alone sends a chill through you. The letter is signed with only one initial, H. Reluctantly, you all agree to meet. Curiosity, fear, and the need for answers push you back together. After packing the essentials, flashlights, maps, and a couple of other supplies, you drive for hours, far from civilization, until the road becomes little more than a dirt path winding into the woods. As you approach the red hollow, a thick mist rolls in, just like the one that surrounded the asylum months ago. The air feels heavy. The woods seem unnaturally quiet. You eventually reach a dead end where an old decaying cabin stands. It looks abandoned, but you know this is the place. Inside, you find an old journal sitting on the dust-covered table.
It's Evil Dead.
The same journal you saw in the asylum. When you open it, a single page falls out, written in the same messy handwriting as the letter. It reads, "You're already here. You can't escape it. Red Hollow feeds on what you fear the most. The shadow will come for you soon. Find the heart. Destroy it."
Oh my gosh.
Find the heart.
My heart will go on and on.
Suddenly, a loud knock sounds from the back of the cabin, following by a deep, unnatural whisper. "You've come too far to leave now." You freeze, and the floor beneath you starts to vibrate ever so slightly, as if something beneath the ground is alive. It says I have the choice to investigate the source of the knock at the back of the cabin, or leave the cabin and explore the woods for any sign of the heart mentioned in the journal. But because I said make sure that there's a real risk for Tony to die, it just chose one.
You put Tony for real?
You said it!
I was kidding.
I don't want him to actually... We could probably save him.
Well, don't worry, bud. I got you.
I'm gonna die.
I got you. I got you.
The air
got
grows
you.
thick with tension as Cameron considers the choices. After a moment, he decides, let's check the knock. Whatever is here, I know you're already inside. It knows where you're already inside. Austin and Chris hesitate but agree, while Tony grips his flashlight tighter. His face is pale, and you can tell all the memories of the asylum are creeping back. The same fear crawling up at your spines. You cautiously head towards the back of the cabin. The knock becomes louder, more insistent. And as you reach the door, the whispering starts again. You'll have to choose who stays.
I know who stays.
I feel like the black guy in this movie.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. I said, we know you're not that color.
Yeah. The
Don't worry.
words.
You're not going to die.
The words send a chill through the room. As you push open the back door, a burst of cold air hits you. Outside, the mist swirls in unnatural patterns. Directly ahead, you see a large, dark hole on the ground, partially hidden beneath the overgrown vines. It wasn't there when you arrived, and it feels wrong, as if it's pulling the air into it. A faint light glows from within the hole, and you notice strange footprints leading down into it. Footprints too large to belong to any person.
Oh, jeez.
The journal's words flash in your mind. Find the heart. Destroy it. Suddenly, there's a loud snap. You look down into the wooden porch to see the wooden porch cracking beneath Tony's feet. The rotten wood gives away and he falls backwards, almost into the hole. Chris grabs his arm just in time, pulling him back up, but not without a struggle. His flashlight clatters into the darkness below. Tony's breathing is heavy, shaken. I almost went down there, he mutters, wiping the sweat from his brow. I'm not sure I want to go any closer to that thing. But the glow from the hole pulses like a heartbeat, and the pull is undeniable. Whatever's down there, it's calling to you. Chris, are you going to go down to the hole and investigate the glowing light, knowing the risk is great, or leave the hole alone and search surrounding woods for more clues about Red Hollow?
We're going in the hole, bro.
Straight into the hole.
One more. There you go.
I'm sweating, dude.
You are.
Chris takes a deep breath and makes the call. We go down into the hole. If this is what's calling us, we need to face it now.
Yeah.
Tony hesitates, eyes wide. Are you sure?
The fuck we are.
Oh, man. But it's too late. You all know this is the path, dangerous as it is. The four of you gather at the edge of the hole, peering down into the swirling mist and faint glow below. It feels like it's alive, a slow, rhythmic pulse that matches the beat of your hearts. Austin finds a piece of old rope tangling on the side of the cabin. Tying it off on a sturdy post. This should help us get down, he mutters. tossing the rope into the darkness below. One by one, you descend. Deeper you go, the colder it gets. The walls of the hole are slick with moisture. The air smells of earth
You
and
don't
something
say.
far more foul, like rot.
One of those ones. Wrong hole.
You finally reach the bottom,
Tastes like trout.
standing in what appears to be an old underground chamber. The floor is damp stone. The walls are etched with strange symbols, some of them glowing faintly in the dim light. At the far end of the chamber stands a massive, grotesque statue of something not quite human, its heart carved out, leaving a gaping cavity in its chest. The glow is coming from within the cavity. Before you can fully comprehend the light, the ground beneath you rumbles. The air grows thick with pressure, and you hear a low, guttural growl echo from the far side of the chamber. Out of the shadows emerges something tall, thin, and horrifying. A creature, its body twisted and gnarled, its eyes glowing with the same light as the statue. It's guarding the heart. The journal's word flashed through your mind again. You'll have to choose who stays. The creature lunges at you, moving with a speed that defies its size. In the confusion, Tony stumbles backward. The creature's growling eyes lock onto him.
Tony, no!
Quick action. Cameron, you're closest to Tony. You can try to push him out of the way and distract the creature. What do you do? Chris, you could throw something from your backpack to distract the creature, hoping to give Tony a chance to escape. What do you do? And Austin, the statue's heart cavity is glowing. You could make a break for it, trying to destroy whatever's inside, but it's risky.
Distract.
Well, what's my option?
Go for it.
I'm going to push Tony.
This is kind of like the end of the last one. You just have to make up the story
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
All right.
I push Tony out of the way. What do you do?
What do? I throw my backpack, hoping to give Tony a chance to escape. That's like, tell me what I have to do.
No?
No.
It's giving you an idea.
I throw my backpack straight at its face.
There you go. Right at its face.
At the creature's face. Austin, what are you going to do?
I'm going to trip the monster. And then run to retrieve the golden
Nugget.
nugget.
You run for the statue while we're distracting it.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to save you, Tony.
Hope so.
I could spell heart.
Nah, he did.
Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light.
The creature lunges towards Tony, its glowing eyes locked onto him, but Cameron reacts first. With a desperate shove, he pushes Tony out of the way, sending him sprawling onto the ground, just as the creature's massive clawed hand slashes through the air where he had been standing. The creature lets out a low, guttural growl and turns its attention towards you. Ah! But before it can strike again, Chris hurls his backpack directly at its face. The impact lands squarely, momentarily disorienting the creature as it stumbles back, clawing at its head. The backpack falls onto the ground with a heavy thud, spilling out supplies, but it's bought you precious time. Now, Austin, Cameron shouts. You hear a voice echoing in the chamber. Austin moves swiftly. As the creature stumbles, its attention diverted, he rushes forward toward the grotesque statue. The heart-shaped cavity pulses with an eerie glow, the source of the dark energy that's filled Red Hollow. Without hesitation, Austin leaps toward the cavity and slams his hand into the glowing mass inside. It's not just light, it's a small beating heart, cold and slimy in his hand, pulsating unnaturally. The moment he touches it, a wave of energy surges through the chamber. The creature lets out a deafening roar. Flailing in pain and fury, it collapses on the ground, twitching violently, but still dead. The air around you crackles with tension. Austin raises the heart high, with a final, determined motion, crushes it in his hand. The black liquid inside spills out, burning as it touches the stone floor. The light from the statue flickers and fades. The creature lets out one last agonizing scream before it falls lifeless to the ground, dissolving into a black, oily substance that sinks into the cracks of the floor. The oppressive energy in the room lifts instantly, and the chamber falls silent. You stand there, breathing heavily, the adrenaline still coursing through your veins. Tony slowly gets to his feet, shaken but alive.
Yeah, gotcha.
That thing almost had me, he mutters, his voice trembling. I thought I was dead.
I'm such a pussy in this story.
Chris packs up the remains of his scattered supplies, giving a small, relieved chuckle. Good thing my backpack made for a decent distraction. Austin looks at his hand, still trembling from the heart he crushed. That was it, he says softly. The heart, it's over. The oppressive darkness that had haunted Red Hollow seemed to have lifted. But you can't shake the feeling that something deeper still lurks in the shadows. You've destroyed the heart, but there may be more to Red Hollow secrets than you thought at first. In conclusion, for now, as you climb out of the underground chamber and leave this misty woods behind, the sense of dread begins to fade. For now, you've survived again. But as the journal warned, Red Hollow feeds on what you fear most. And while you've destroyed the heart this time, something still lingers, watching from the shadows, waiting for the next time you return. But next time, not everyone may be so lucky. The end for now.
It's someone else's turn. That's it.
That's it. The end for now.
The end for now.
I told it, though, to expand into the future. It says, awesome, when you're ready to explore the next chapter of your story, just let me know. The darkness of Red Hollow may be quieted, but something still lurks, and you'll have to face it again one day.
That's awesome.
This is bad, eh?
That
That's
was freaking
fun.
sick, dude.
Yeah, that was fun. That was way fun. I hope the energy and the excitement translated through onto the podcast because that was great. A little choose
I
your own
kinda-
adventure.
Like as funny as it was to like have me be on the edge, it kind of makes it more exciting. Like if we
Yeah.
picked someone each time and we have to kind of
Tony.
save
When
them.
I said
Tony
it,
every time.
when I said it in the beginning, I wanted every single one of us to have a chance to die.
I know.
like an opportunity.
I know when
to-
I was being silly, and he
Well, and
took it.
And it probably could, because as you saw, that second story was super short, but that's because we went straight to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if we prolong it and go, oh, let's go over here, let's go over there, let's do this. Like
Right.
we can make the story longer probably, and
Right.
based on decisions, put others in danger.
This is
Yeah.
kind of like a escape room in a way.
Oh yeah,
Do you think we're the first ones to do this?
Probably not.
the podcast.
Maybe on a podcast.
Heck yeah, dude. We have to be
But
first.
like
This is so cool.
I don't know. This is freaking sick, guys. You got to try this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
ChatGPT, tell it to make you a choose your own adventure story. You can theme it whatever. Freaking great
Dude,
storytelling.
I think I might do this for a Big Bad Book Club one night with the kids.
right?
there you
Have
go.
the kids
exactly.
do a choose your
I'm
own
gonna do this
adventure.
with my kids for sure.
Yeah, that'd be way fun.
Maybe not this.
No,
All right,
this
Scarlett, you
exact
want to stab it in the heart, or should we go somewhere else?
Do you want to go to bed tonight?
That's so fun.
That's
man.
cool.
Thank you for being a great dungeon master.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
anytime.
gonna
Sound
say-
effects were top notch, man. You deserve a spot in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was
Some of them, most of them.
that was
Some of them was
Who's the one guy from like Police Academy? Is it Winston or it's that one black guy makes all the sound effects. He's from like Police Academy. He has a small part in Spaceballs.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Shoot, yeah. Anyway,
I just love
yeah.
the first 4 creaks were all the same sound.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I get it.
Door creaks loudly.
I go.
It's
I would
so
try.
good.
It's on the
Dude,
spot.
It is hard, dude.
On the
Because
spot.
here's the thing: is you think it, and then the sound isn't what you thought it was in your head.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Because
You're like,
you can hear the sound in your head. You can hear
Dude.
a creaking door in your head.
I was visualizing that entire thing.
Yeah.
Oh, me
yeah.
too.
That was fun.
It was wild.
The weird thing is I was more creeped out by the like doctor creature guys than the actual monster that we fought.
Yeah.
You know what would be dope?
I want to know what was underneath that
Do
cloth.
you think we could feed this into like Dolly or something and be like
Give us
animate
pictures?
this? Yeah,
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
that'd be sick.
I bet you could.
Short films.
Something.
Yeah, I bet you could.
Jeez.
So
I'll have to
now,
figure
so
that out. I'll
now
have to try
that you
that.
have ChatGPT the Pro,
Yeah.
you should totally like make each character similar to us. Well, I guess that wouldn't really.
I mean, I'll play with it.
Anyway, super
So
fun.
bummed Zach couldn't be here for this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
bud.
cool. He would have stayed awake for that one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll do it again.
Yeah. This is definitely an encore. Whether you guys like it or not.
For real
Yeah.
though, tell us what you thought about this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
that was
give us prompts. Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
let's try some more.
It
Choose
doesn't
your own
have to be
adventures.
spooky season to do this either. Like this is just great fun.
Yeah,
And
it's
then like we said, we can do different like other settings.
Yeah. Right on. Well, we're going to brainstorm some more. Thanks again, Cam, for being a great DM. Let's see. Hashtag. What's the hashtag?
D&D.
Kill Tony.
There you go.
We hope you
Tony.
enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys here next week. Auf Wiedersehen,
Love you guys.
Bye bye.
Arrivederci.
and thanks for being part of this crowd. Happy spoopy season.
Ciao.